All right, y'all, we have a unexpected cosmetic company store haul. You know, I typically do them like quarterly, but I have some very important information to share with you guys. One piece of information, it might be a little too late to share, but I gotta tell you anyway. But if you're new here, hey, I'm Chi Chi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. This is gonna be full of story times, okay, too? So get your popcorn, all right? So y'all know how my friends usually, they'll come over, you know, hang out with the kid, right? I guess they're finally understanding that I actually know a little something about perfume. So the last time we were all together, my homegirl Giselle was like, oh, spray me with something. I know she doesn't like super sweet things because she'll get a headache and whatever. So I was like, ooh, I got it. I was like, you like a little tea, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, boom. We're gonna give you Kilian Princess. Sprayed it on her. She absolutely loved it. She was like, oh, I really like this. Oh, I was like, okay. Unbeknownst to me, she ended up picking up a sampler Kilian set. And I'm like, girl, why didn't you just tell me? I could have gave you most of the samples, like the little decant. Within her sampler set, she actually had Kilian Princess Eau Fresh. And she was like, I really like this one because it's a little bit brighter, a little more. Okay. I was like, all right. So I committed that to memory. I always commit things to memory, okay? So on a separate occasion, my homegirl Z, when she came over, she's like, oh girl, like, spray me with something. You got all this stuff. Spray me with something. I'm like, all right, cool. It's winter time, you know, festive, boozy, you know, let's go with that. So I spray her with Kilian's Angel Share. She absolutely loved it. She was obsessed. She called me and she's just like, girl, like, I can't get enough of this. So I go down to Cosmetic Company store like every other week because for my job, all right? So I go there and what do I see in the counter? Kilian Eau Fresh and a actual bottle of Kilian Angel Share. Usually I'll just see the refills once in a very blue moon. But to see the bottle, I was like, oh yeah, I want that. That would happen to be the one day I forgot my wallet. I was so mad because I'm like, listen, I'm down here in the South, meaning South Jersey. I'm down here in the South all riding dirty, like what the fuck? When I was talking to the sales associate, she's like, oh, well, you know, you can phone in the order. I was like, oh wait, y'all ran that back? She was like, yeah, we can do fragrance purchases over the phone. So this is information number one. They have reactivated phone orders. So if you was shopping at a cosmetic company store a long time ago, you already know that you could call up cosmetic company stores and they will take your credit card information over the phone. For obvious reasons, that's not the safest thing in this digital world. So they shut it down completely. It was like, nope, we're not doing it. So now they have like slowly reintroduced phone orders. And I was like, okay, cool. So I actually got to test it. So I ended up buying Kilian Eau Fresh and Angel Share. And of course, I got myself a Eau Fresh because I sprayed it that day I was down there and I was like, okay, this is smelling really good. And as I was driving home, because that's when I like to think, sit with my thoughts, I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually smelling really nice. So the process is you tell them what you're looking for. They'll tell you if they have it or not. If they do have it, they will send you a link either via text or email, dealer's choice. And it's a secure, whatever, you put in your credit card information, shipping address, all that stuff, hit confirm and you're done. Now, the only thing about that is that you technically don't get a confirmation of when they ship it out. You only get a confirmation that you like paid. So you're kind of sitting there wondering like, okay, is my stuff gonna get there? But because I was cool with the sales associate, I was like, all right, we're good. So my package came in like a couple of days. Obviously, it was just up Jersey. So, you know, Tenton Falls to wherever I'm at. I'm not telling y'all my location, but it was in state. So I did go in and ask, can you ship from store to store out of state? And they said yes to, but always do your due diligence. Check before you do that. So always check and see if that's an option first before you even go and get your hopes up and be like, oh my God, they have it. And they be like, nah, we can't ship it. So do your own due diligence. But I ended up getting Eau Fresh because I sent the Eau Fresh to my homegirl, and then the next time Zia was here, she got Angel Share. So we got the girls covered, okay? So of course, ain't no fun if the homies can't come. So that's why I got it. But this is a really, really fresh version of Princess, and I actually really do like it. All right, so recently, you know, I took my weekly trip to the Cosmetic Company store, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, this is cute, you know, just eyeing things out, right? A little birdie ended up telling me, like, hey, because you're such a good client, I'm going to tell you this. They are actually changing up the policy for fragrances. Normally, it used to be 50% off. Going forward, starting February 11th, I believe, they're going to be dropping that discount to only 30%. So I was like, are you for real? They were like, we literally just got notice of it. So if you're looking at something, buy it. See, this is why y'all need to be following me on Instagram, because I definitely posted it to my stories once I found out. And your girl panic bought some stuff, okay? Listen, 50% is better than 30. I'm standing on that. So I was like, okay, some of the things I really wasn't interested in the sense of, all right, I need to add it. But yeah, you'll see the reasoning why I got some of the things. So, and don't let the bag fool you. It's not a lot. My store actually has a lot of refills. So I'm looking through the refills. I'm like, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this one. And then I was like, okay, I saw this and I was like, I really do like this, but I just picked up a bottle of this. If you've seen my videos, you should already know what I'm about to show. So I picked up Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and I've really, really been enjoying this fragrance. This one differs from the original because it does have that rose note and is not as sweet. So I was like, okay, cool. So upon further investigation of this bottle, I realized this isn't the 50 ml. This is 100 ml. So I was like, how much is that? So she told me the price. And I was like, hold on now. This is basically less than the price of a 50 ml bottle. You know where I'm going. Girl math. I'm like, so basically I'm getting a free bottle. And we all know Extreme is more expensive than the original. So I was like, you know what? Hold on today. I'm gonna keep looking around. So then I start looking at the other stuff, right? And I was like, you know what? Just go ahead and get this one. Oh, I just realized this. This was supposed to be Princess. So this is Love Don't Be Shy Eau Fresh. So either way, she might hit Macari, but I'm not sure if I actually smelled this one. I really thought this was Princess Eau Fresh. I could have swore. See, now I have to call them up because I'm like, this is supposed to be Princess Eau Fresh. Remember in one of my vlogs, I was like, don't go when you are hungry or horny. And I tried on the Tom Ford fragrance. I ended up buying it. I ended up buying Fougère de Jarre. It's something about this. I was just like, this smells like a good smelling man. But it smelled really, really great on me as well. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to manifest. Maybe I need to manifest my man through men's fragrances. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna still use it, but then maybe one day he'll be like, oh girl, what you got on? And I'll be like, something you can borrow. Since I'm borrowing your sweatshirt, I guess you could borrow some of my fragrance. He can't have the actual bottle. I'm gonna make him a decant though. But yeah, I ended up getting this one. But I got that on a separate occasion. I might as well have thrown it in here. All right, so as she rang me up for the refills, right? As we're chit-chatting, she rang me up and I'm, you know, good to go. I'm looking at their Tom Ford, and in that store, they have Tom Ford on like the back shelf. So I'm just chit-chatting. I'm like, yeah, I'm really looking for the Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc, but the shimmer oil, you know? And she's like, what do you mean, this one? Child, she reached up on that shelf all the way behind Soleil Neige, and she pulled out Soleil Blanc, the shimmering oil. And I was like, y'all know me. I'm like discount on discount. So I was like, hold on, this doesn't trigger the discount. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna lose out on my discount. Thankfully enough, I'm cool with the sales associate enough. She called up her manager, went out of her way, and she was like, hey, my client just purchased something that was over the threshold, and now she's making a second purchase, which is under. I still apply the discount for her? And they allowed it. So this is why I say relationships they come in handy, okay? So always make friends with the people behind the counter, because sometimes, you know, you come through. So I was like, yes, I've been wanting this. Did I need it? No, but I like to have a matching set. Now, the interesting thing about this, if I could open it up. So when I got home and looked at this bottle, I realized that at the top of it, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, it says rose gold. So I really don't know if they're like separate editions of this with the Soleil Blanc. Please let me know if there is, but we're gonna find out now because I'm very, very curious. Oh yeah, this is rose gold. Because I think normally it comes in gold, and this is rose gold. Look at that. Huh. Which will probably work better on my skin tone given the fact that I am brown, you know? It's not my favorite, you know, I'm a Soleil Nash kind of girl, but I did enjoy the actual oil. So I was like, okay, cool. The fact that it was like 40 bucks once the discount started discounting, I was like, yeah. So yeah, I was happy I ended up finding the shimmering oil too. But now I'm like, I still need to compare it to the gold one. So I'm not a big shimmer girl. Y'all already know I don't do a lot of glitter. I like a sheen to my skin, but do different, get different. Okay, that's the vibe of this year. So I was like, okay, rose gold edition. But it's weird that they don't put anything that says it. Child, I don't know. Hopefully when I put this up, you guys will have a little bit of time to call up the Cosmetic Company store nearest you, or shoot, across the country, and see if they have anything and they can ship it to you while it's still 50% off. If you are seeing this late, I told you, follow me on Instagram. That's where some of my information up to date, okay? But yeah, that's all I got for you. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.